Stocks on the move. One of them is evidently MULN. It has gained 16.72%. Before now, it was actually more than that. Yet it spiked in the pre-market session, and I think we have the news. The news is that, amongst other things, it says here, Q/Q cash and cash equivalents rose quarter by quarter. Cash and cash equivalents rose 65.2 million by $65.2 million, driven primarily by the issuance of Mullen C's preferred stock at $8.84 per share. Notable notes: payable current portion fell approximately by 10% to $16.9 million. Total assets rose approximately $138.4 million to slightly over $100 million, driven mainly by financing activities. Stockholders' equity rose favorably quarter by quarter from a deficit of $10.5 million to a surplus of $52.6 million. Subsequent to the period ended March 31st, 2022, Mullen Inc. entered into an agreement with Thurner Design to develop the Mullen FIVE RS, a high-performance EV sports crossover vehicle featuring close to 1,100 horsepower, 0.0 to 6 miles per hour in 1.95 seconds, and the top speed of 200 miles per hour. Between late April and early May 2022, Mullen Automotive received an aggregate of $50 million from the exercise of the CEO Cast equity line of credit in exchange for warrants to acquire common stock. CEO Cast has exercised its warrants for 12.7 million common shares, extinguishing this credit facility. So yes, that's the news for MULN. Okay, we can see that 78.556 million shares have crossed the tape. And let's see what's going on the options pit. You can see the 20th of May, $5 calls have gained 400%. The 13th of May, that's the ones that will expire today, gained as 106.67%, amongst other ones. So we still maintain our target of $3.3 for MULN, still very far away from that price. So moving on to VERU. VERU Inc. is up 40.82%. What's the news? Momentum is strong at the moment. RSI is also improving. Improving, yes. Let's see what the technicals are saying. What the technical opportunities are. Price crossover 50-day moving average. Okay, it wasn't today, so we're yet to get any indication there. But Jefferies raises Veru's price target to $55 from $33, maintains buy rating. Okay, says shares of drug maker a target of short seller. Corporate research shot up, okay, 747.5. Stock sees the biggest percentage gain in over a month. On Stock Tweets, a forum where retail investors often discuss strategies. Message volume for Veru surged at 28%. Messages reflecting positive sentiment grew 66.2%, with some traders calling for another short squeeze. Stocks astronomically gain. Okay, stocks astronomically gain come day after reporting on the Q1 loss for Q1. Okay, so Copa said it found glaring anomalies in Veru's late stage trial of COVID-19 treatment. Okay, so that's some fodder for short squeezers. So we have 85.47 million shares that have crossed the tape, and you can see the volumes there. You can see options on the options pit, the call series, all of them for various expiry dates. You can see the changes we are looking at here, most of them in the thousands, which is also an indication that maybe, yes indeed, there is a clamor going on to squeeze out something out of squeeze out something out of the short sellers. You can see here the $8 calls has gained 350%. It does the $8 calls for the 20th of May. That's the one that gained 350%. The $5.5 calls for today, the 13th of May, has gained 298%. So the gain is 40.64%. Is there any chance it's going to gain any further? Well, that chance is still there. Let's see whether we can come up with any targets. Let's take this price of 12.83 and did this low of 12.993. 12.39, is that it? 12.39. $12.83 minus 12.39, we'll have a difference of 0.53 multiplied by 2.618. We have 1.38754 plus the current price of 12.7. We have 14.08. That's our target for Veru. 14.09 approximately. Would it get there? There's no guarantee. Has it gotten there? Yes. Yes. At some point it was almost at $15, so it can always get there based on what it has done already in this session. Okay. So Veru it's got is in the sights of short sellers. So moving on to the next one. The next one is AFRM Holdings, up 29.41%, declined gradually as when the market opened. It just actually declined immediately the market opened, got some resistance here and declined further, but right now it is showing strength, improving, currently trading below all of its moving averages apart from the 200 all of its moving averages apart from the 200-minute moving average. Momentum is waning. RSI is also waning as well. Let's see whether we can get any news for FM Holdings. It's a fintech stock, I believe. Yes. FM puts investors in a buy now mood with Q3 earnings easing concerns about funding. Okay, FM Holdings has put investors in a buy now mood. The company, which is a provider of buy now, pay later services, is trading sharply higher. Yes, as we all know now, on its strong Q3 earnings beat, as well as its lack of concern, as well as on its lack of concern about funding or credit markets. AFRM also expanded its partnership with Shopify, like many investors who had concerns heading into this report following the big sell-off that Upstart experienced after the company released its earnings outcomes earlier this week. The company operates in different areas, but both are fintech companies and both rely on capital markets to fund loans. Upstart guided sharply lower for Q2 and financial year 2022. It also offered concerning comments about higher funding costs and weakening ability to access capital markets. Upstart plans to keep more loans on its balance sheet in a market clearing move. Okay, AFRM wound up reporting a narrower than expected loss with upside revenue. It also issued inline guidance for Q4, which the authors of this piece take as a win in the wake of Upstart's guidance. Meanwhile, okay, so some positive news there for AFRM. Let's see what the volumes are. Okay, gained volume is at 63.023 million shares. Okay, so the calls are also obviously they will be doing well. Quite a good number of them are doing well. So moving on to SOFI, yes, just another fintech stock, even though they are not into buy now pay later, but they are definitely into fintech as well. When the market opened, it spiked and has continued to. It has pretty much kept much of those gains. Currently showing strength, or just getting support around the $6.6 level. Momentum is flat right now based on this 1 minute live chart. So to RSI, indicating that probably sellers are in control as things stand right now. Is there any news concerning SOFI? There isn't any news. Maybe it's in sympathy to what's going on with AFRM. Okay, so with the $5 calls for today, the 13th of May, has gained 152.17%. Okay, SOFI on the move, gained 18.2%. So let's look at AMC. AMC is up 6.03%, moving sideways. Momentum is improving. RSI is also trying to improve. Is there any news? It says here. Okay. Let's see whether we can get any specific news concerning AMC. Okay, meme stock favorite GameStop rose 5.6% in pre-market. Okay, there isn't any big news as such, any specific news concerning AMC. Okay, 42.047 million shares have crossed the tape. Okay, there isn't any claim as such to flush out short sellers. Okay, so moving on to PLTR, up 11.65%, also spiked at the open and has kept much of those gains, but that's just getting support around the $8.195 level. Momentum is waning. RSI is also holding up just slightly below 50, indicating that buyers and sellers are doing a good job of trying to wrest control from sellers. Let's see, there isn't any news. Volumes 42.87 million shares. Okay, we have the $7 calls of today, the 13th of May expiry. It's gained at 107.56%. So Palantir on the move, 11.92%. That's the gain. Okay, so see what you make of all of these stocks, and thank you very much for watching this video.